All that exists is one.
This series aims to help us gain a better understanding of ourselves.
All that has ever existed is one.
In times of rapid social and economic change, understanding who we are keeps us grounded.
To whom else could some things belong if there is only one?
Mathematics is not a human invention. This series aims to help us gain a better understanding of ourselves.
Embracing our roots not only gives us control over our personal lives, but also helps us create the world we wish to live in.
Let's handle some housekeeping before we dive into today's session. We've put together a playlist with you in mind on our channel. The playlist is entitled Mara, M-A-R-A, and it's a collection of meditations, auto-suggestions, reflections, and affirmations derived from our many personal development sessions. These are shorter videos specifically designed to encourage change, growth, and transformation. I saved the best for last. The videos are free. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Your subscription helps the YouTube algorithm recommend our videos more often. This means that by subscribing, you play a vital role in helping others discover the information they need. May today's session be a time of reflection, introspection, and inspiration for you. May it fuel your aspiration. Who are you? What is your core identity? How does not knowing your core identity affect your achievement of a coherent sense of self?
Welcome to The Other Dimension, a program that seeks to expand your knowledge, giving you the tools you need to take control of your health and well-being. Our host, Pauline Bell, will guide you through this life-changing journey.
In today's session, we continue to look at the importance of consistency and reliability in maintaining physical health as well as its impact in the workplace. At our very core, we are creatures with the capacity for consistency and predictability. Living in alignment with who we truly are means exercising consistency and predictability. To constantly exercise our capacity for consistency and predictability, we must be cognizant of activities that may hinder it.
When we engage in activities that hinder our ability to maintain consistency and predictability, we restrict ourselves from manifesting who we truly are.
At our very core are mathematical principles. Mathematical principles afford consistency and predictability. When we engage in activities that undermine consistency, we are literally rewiring our brains to make future consistency even harder to achieve. Any activity that limits our ability to activate our capacity for consistency and predictability is robbing us of an aspect of being human. In the workplace, the consequences of engaging in activities that hinder consistency and predictability can be particularly severe and long-lasting. The modern workplace rewards reliability and consistent performance. Why? Organizations need to be able to predict outcomes, plan resources, and depend on their team members to deliver results. When the employees engage in activities that make their performance unpredictable, whether through poor work habits, inconsistent availability, or erratic quality of output, they become liabilities rather than assets. Managers cannot assign critical projects to someone whose performance is unreliable, regardless of how brilliant their occasional work might be. The person who consistently delivers B plus work will almost always advance further than someone who alternates between A plus and C minus performance, because organizations value predictability.
The quality of our lives, the depth of our relationships, the extent of our achievements, and the degree of our fulfillment all depend fundamentally on our ability to maintain consistency and predictability in the things that matter most.
When we engage in activities that hinder our ability to maintain consistency and predictability, we hinder ourselves from manifesting who we truly are. These activities must be considered as damaging to our true nature. In short, they limit our scope to manifest what it means to be truly human. Predictability and reliability reward the worker in another way too. It boosts their reputation. Professional reputations are built slowly through consistent demonstration of competence, integrity, and reliability. A single instance of excellent work might get noticed, but it is the pattern of consistent excellence that build a reputation. Conversely, inconsistency, even if occasionally punctuated by brilliance, creates a reputation for unreliability that can be extremely difficult to overcome. At our very core are mathematical principles. Mathematical principles afford consistency and predictability. When we engage in activities that undermine consistency, we are literally rewiring our brains to make future consistency even harder to achieve. Any activity that limits our ability to activate our capacity for consistency and predictability is robbing us of an aspect of being human. This series aims to help us gain a better understanding of ourselves so we can ensure self-preservation and wellness in a world experiencing social and technological dynamism. The networking and relationship building aspect of career advancement also depend heavily on consistency. Professional relationships are built through regular interaction, reliable follow-through, and predictable availability. When someone engages in activities that make them inconsistently available or unreliable in their commitments, they gradually become excluded from the informal networks where opportunities are shared, collaborations are formed, and careers are advanced. People naturally gravitate towards those they can depend on, and they avoid investing time and energy in relationships with unpredictable individuals. Any activity that limits our ability to activate our capacity for consistency and predictability is robbing us of an aspect of being human.
Engaging in inconsistent and unpredictable behaviors rewires our brains, making future consistency and predictability harder to achieve.
Most valuable professional skills are developed through consistent practice over time. Whether it's technical expertise, leadership capabilities, or industry knowledge, mastery requires sustained, consistent engagement. When professionals engage in activities that prevent this consistent engagement, constantly switching jobs, pursuing too many interests simultaneously, or failing to maintain regular learning habits, they remain perpetual beginners, never developing the deep expertise that commands premium compensation and opportunities. This series aims to help us gain a better understanding of ourselves so we can ensure self-preservation and wellness in a world experiencing social and technological dynamism. The entrepreneurial realm is particularly unforgiving of inconsistency as well. Building a business requires sustained, consistent effort over months and sometimes over years. Customer relationships depend on the reliable delivery of products or services. Brand building requires consistent messaging and presence. Financial management demands regular attention to cash flow and expenses. Entrepreneurs who engage in activities that undermine this consistency, whether through poor time management, lack of focus, or simply trying to do too many things at once, typically see their ventures fail, not from a lack of good ideas, but from a lack of consistent execution. Any activity that limits our ability to activate our capacity for consistency and predictability is robbing us of an aspect of being human. The human body is fundamentally a rhythmic organism governed by circadian cycles, hormonal patterns, and metabolic processes that depend on predictability and consistency. When we engage in activities that disrupt these natural rhythms, we pay a steep price in terms of physical health and well-being. Sleep depends critically on consistency. The body's circadian rhythm, the internal clock that regulates sleep and wake cycles, functions optimally when we maintain consistent sleep and wake times. When we engage in activities that disrupt this consistency, we dysregulate this fundamental biological system. The consequences of inconsistent sleep patterns extend far beyond simple tiredness. Chronic circadian disruption has been linked to increased risk of obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even certain cancers. The body's metabolic processes, immune function, and cellular repair mechanism all depend on the predictable cycling between wakefulness and sleep. When this cycle becomes erratic, these fundamental processes are compromised, leading to accelerated aging and increased disease risk. Any activity that limits our ability to activate our capacity for consistency and predictability is robbing us of an aspect of being human.
When our actions are inconsistent and unpredictable, we struggle to form a coherent sense of self, leading to identity confusion and a fragmented self-concept.
Nutrition and eating patterns similarly benefit from consistency. The body's digestive system, metabolic hormones, and gut microbiome also benefit from predictability and consistency. It is prudent to have a pattern regarding meal intake. Erratic eating patterns can lead to metabolic dysfunction, blood sugar instability, digestive problems, and difficulty maintaining a healthy weight. Exercise and physical activity also demonstrate the importance of consistency. The body adapts to physical stress through a process called progressive overload, where consistent training stimulates physiological adaptations that increase strength, endurance, and overall fitness. However, these adaptations require regular, consistent stimulus. When exercise patterns are erratic, intense workouts followed by long periods of inactivity, the body never fully adapts and the risk of injury increases significantly. Moreover, the cardiovascular and metabolic benefits of exercise are mainly dependent on regular, consistent activity rather than occasional intense efforts. The stress response system also depends on predictability for optimal function. When life is unpredictable and chaotic, the stress response system remains chronically activated, leading to elevated cortisol levels, inflammation, and a host of related health problems. Consistent routines and predictable patterns help regulate the system, allowing it to respond appropriately to genuine threats while maintaining baseline calm during normal activities. Even at the cellular level, consistency matters. Research in chronobiology has revealed that individual cells throughout the body maintain their own circadian clocks, and these cellular rhythms depend on consistent environmental cues to remain synchronized. When our behaviors are erratic and unpredictable, these cellular clocks become desynchronized, leading to cellular dysfunction that manifests as various health problems over time.
When we engage in activities that hinder our ability to maintain consistency and predictability, we restrict ourselves from manifesting who we truly are. These activities must be considered as damaging to our true nature. In short, they limit our scope to manifest what it means to truly be human.
There is a profound truth that often escapes our daily awareness. Mathematics is not a human invention. It is not a human construct. Mathematics is a fundamental language woven into the very fabric of existence itself. When we explore the depths of reality, we find that mathematical principles are not external constructs imposed on nature. They are intrinsic patterns that reveal our deepest connection to what fills space. Like that which fills space, we are mathematical beings. This realization transforms our relationship with mathematics from one of utility to one of identity. We are creatures whose very existence is mathematical at our very core. Our DNA follows logarithmic spirals. Our neural network operates through complex probability distribution. Our perception of beauty aligns with golden ratios, and our sense of rhythm emerges from harmonic frequencies. Mathematics is the foundation of life, consciousness, and awareness. Mathematics is the underlying code through which reality expresses itself. We are both the expression and the creators of this magnificent numerical symphony. We are mathematical at our very core.
At our very core are mathematical principles. Mathematical principles afford consistency and predictability. When we engage in activities that undermine consistency, we are literally rewriting our brains to make future consistency even harder to achieve.
In today's session, we looked at the importance of consistency and predictability for maintaining physical health, as well as their impact in the workplace. At our very core, we are creatures with the capacity for consistency and predictability. We are creatures that must maintain consistency and predictability to stay healthy. Living in alignment with who we truly are means exercising consistency and predictability.